Hi sir, I'm Vijay. For young players, injury can feel like the end of a dream rather than a pause. During your injury and recovery, how did you stay mentally strong and motivated?
Injuries are something that you can't really control much. So according to me, so there are controllable things and uncontrollable things. So the controllable things are the ones that are in our control, where you know giving your 100%, showing up for practice every morning are the things that you can control. Sleep well, eat well, rest well. These things are in your control, so you can do it. The uncontrollable things are, say, the injuries, how your opponent plays that particular day, if the conditions, how the conditions are on a particular day. These are some of the things that you can't really control. So you should not really worry too much about it, and just stick to doing the things that are in your control well every day. And injuries do happen, and then the only thing you can do is, if you're really passionate about what you're doing, I don't think you will feel it like a full stop. You only feel it like a pause, and then you will obviously, your whole idea will be about how to, what you need to do during that period for you to get back to playing any sport as quickly as possible. And you will have to understand that and work on it.
So, how did you train yourself to stay consistent over the years, especially when results did not come immediately?
It is very important to understand or put some goals for yourself. Say you have to put a long-term goal and then few short-term goals, so that these will take you there. And you should not really concentrate only on achieving the short term, but also the long term. So when you have a long-term goal in mind, every morning you wake up and try and achieve that long-term goal. So you don't really think too much about the short-term goals, and you will consistently put in the hard work to achieve that long-term goal. So I think that is something that will keep you motivated, inspired enough to really push yourself every day.
Stories of teamwork and national prides inspire us beyond the court. If a film were made on India's Thomas Cup victory, would you like to play a lead role? And what messages you should give young athletes?
Again, Thomas Cup is something that say memorable for all of us who were part of the team, and also the ones that are that who've played a role in the developing the players who are part of the team. So I would definitely love to act if this ever a film made. And again, to the youngsters, I think we in India, we are in a situation, we are in a country where things are much better, and we definitely have the right infrastructure for every sport. There is a lot of support from government, central government, state governments, different organizations, and also some of the schools like Ruh. So I think kid is really passionate and interested about on pursuing any sport. I think they definitely have, or they definitely should take it up, because they have the right set of people and the facilities now.
So, we believe true improvements begins when we honestly accept and work on our weaknesses. How did you identify your negative aspect of your game, and how can young players turn weaknesses into strengths?
See, again, it is very important to have right set of people around you, say coaches, physios, trainers, all these people. And then sometimes you might not be able to understand your game, your weaknesses better, but these people, because they're looking at it from a different perspective, they might be able to see things a little differently and understand things a little differently. And I think you need to have that right set of group around you and try and talk to them and understand what needs to be done and work on it, without really thinking too much.
We are taught that failures become powerful teachers when reflected upon honestly. Can you share how a major loss helped you learn something important?
It's not a loss, but there was a point when, before say 2014 Commonwealth Games, I was kind of a little unwell. I was hospitalized. I was unwell. I was in hospital for about 10 days, and after I discharged, I hardly had about a week to prepare for the Commonwealth Games, and I couldn't really do well at the Commonwealth Games. And then I just told myself that I definitely have to push myself, do much better. And that is the year I won the China Open, and that was one of the biggest wins of my career, and even today people still talk about that win. I think it was not a loss in a particular tournament or anything, but the that situation where I couldn't really play well really made me push myself much harder.
Even I'm one of your big fan. I can
Thank
say
you.
I used to watch badminton matches,
Oh,
and I'm
nice.
also a badminton player.
Oh, nice.
Went till district, sir.
Oh, nice, very nice. Do you still play?
Yes, sir.
Oh, nice.
For the past 5 years, I am playing badminton.
Oh, very nice.
Hello sir, I'm Ishan from grade 9A. I also like badminton a lot. I've been playing for a very long time and I also like to watch your matches. So yes, I like badminton a lot.
Thank you. Do you still play?
Yes, I still play.
Oh, nice, very nice.
So sir, we admire athletes who return stronger after setbacks instead of giving up. So what was the most difficult part of your making a comeback after recovery and how did it shape you?
See, again, injuries are something that you can't really control. So after 2016 Olympics, I was kind of out for about 3 months because I had a stress fracture immediately after the Olympics. Or I think it might have happened during the Olympics, and I didn't feel it because of all of that tension and pressure there. I couldn't play for 3 months, and that was kind of the longest break that I've had in my career. So when I went back on court, say after 3 months, I just told myself that I really have to make the most of it, because this is like another second innings kind of a situation, because I now have another opportunity to go back on court again and then really do something for myself. So during that period, I was only thinking about what needs to be done, and for me to get back on court fully fit, and I just tried to do it perfectly.
Sir, sometimes like when you get injured pretty badly, you get very much demotivated. I just want to know some of your tips in case, like for example, I get injured and I'm not able to play for a very long time and getting very demotivated because my performance is going to get very bad. So how do you motivate yourself back again so that you train every day and get back to your level?
See, I think you should really, first of all, you should really believe in yourself. That is most important. You should really tell yourself that, be it how much of a time, the moment I get back on court, I will really push myself. I am better if I am physically fully fit. And during that injury phase, you should really focus only on what needs to be done and do it correctly every day. Just believe in yourself that injury is just a pause, and you are going to come back and you are going to do or get even better.
And sir, what motivated your transition from doubles to singles, and what were the adjustments which you felt harder?
There weren't too many adjustments because I was actually playing singles, doubles and mixed doubles at that time, and it was also majorly a decision by Gopi sir to actually kind of make me stop playing doubles and mixed. And the kind of work that I've done maybe is I kind of, after I moved to singles, I kind of really for about 5-6 years I woke up at 4, did 4:30 sessions, like early morning 4:30 sessions for about 6 years, and I think that was like the biggest work that I've done. Maybe.
That may be hard, sir, for you.
See, everything is hard in life. If you have to say wake up at 7, it's still hard. If you have to wake up at 9, it's still hard. And not just for sport, even if you're studying, it's still hard. So I think everything in life is hard, but the most important thing is to really love and understand what you're doing and why you're doing.
And yes, sir. How did you handle your pressure in close matches, and what mental strategy will you give to the young players who practice this?
See, even today, I first played for India in 2008. So it is what now, 17, 18 years. And even today, I still feel the pressure. So that is something that is going to be there. And losses are something that will happen to any player. So you will have to tell yourself that a loss is not going to define anything for you. Just enjoy what you're doing, be in the present, just be aware of what needs to be done at that particular moment. Come out of the court without any regrets. That's it.
Thank you, sir. That was a very good tip.
Playing in India brings pride, emotion, and high expectations. How do wins and losses at home affect you emotionally, and how do you manage expectations?
See, it is very important to stay grounded when you're winning, and I think that will really teach you how to behave when you're losing. Say we're talking about sport. In your whole life, sport probably is about 20% of your life. Maybe so you might only play for about 15 years, so that the things that the small losses, the small wins that you get in that 15 years should not really define who you are. You have to be a better human being. You have to really behave well with your juniors, with your seniors, elders. So that is the most important thing. So those smallest wins and smallest losses shouldn't really do anything to you. You should really not fly when you're winning, and you should really not dig a hole and go inside when you're losing. So just stay neutral and then be yourself.
How do you mentally prepare before going to a match?
So it basically depends on the opponent. It basically depends on who I'm playing, and I just try and sit with my coaches and understand the right strategies and what needs to be done at what times of the match, and I try and implement it.
What qualities must a young badminton player develop today to succeed at higher levels?
Strongly believe that one should work hard and without really thinking too much. These days what happens is we really are only running behind quick results. Probably we are telling ourselves that I'll do a particular thing for 1 month and I really want to win that tournament. That is not going to happen. So you really have to work hard without really thinking too much about the result. So if some people might get it in 1 month, some people might get it in 1 year, but you have to continue to work.
Sir, I would like to ask you one more question. At which age did you start learning badminton, or maybe you chose badminton as your career?
So I started when I was 8 in 2001, kind of about 16, 17. When I was 16, 17 is when I thought of playing it a little more professionally, and so when I was 19 is when I won my first international tournament, and that is when I really told myself that I can really do well at the international level.
Thank you, sir.
In fast-paced games like badminton, focus can change outcomes within minutes. Which phase of a match is most important for making an impact, and why?
I think you have to be focused throughout the match, and also it is not going to be easy. If a match is lasting for about, say, 1 hour, 60 minutes, it is not going to be easy to be focused for 60 minutes. But what is important is before you enter the court, understand what needs to be done, prepare the strategies, and before the start of the rally, just try and remind yourself what needs to be done, and maybe you can take probably a few seconds, probably 3-4 seconds break after every rally, and then before every rally make sure you tell yourself what needs to be done.
Once again, thank you for joining for our sports day, sir.
Thank you.
I hope you have enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did.